Hello? Anybody here? Hello? Well, 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 if it isn't Mr. Marchione. I've been expecting you. I should have picked a better chair for this. Oh my God. So what, did you bring me here to kill me, or?
Quite the opposite. I actually brought you here to teach them how to clone themselves in video using split screen.
Who's them?
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it on one condition.
What's that?
Don't make me come all the way out here with an ominous note, and we could have just done this at home.
Deal. Now get on with it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about how you can clone yourself in video using the split screen method, starting with filming. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do is set up your camera and tripod. Frame up your two subjects, the two versions of you, in the frame so you know exactly where they're gonna be. And then lock the focus. What I like to do here is set up like an object, a tripod, something, lock the focus on that so I know where to stand so that I'm constantly in focus. You want to avoid autofocus because they might bounce back and forth at separate times, and that'll ruin your split screen effect. The next thing I would advise is, if possible, film in 4K. That's going to give you more options for editing in post. The toughest part is memorizing the two scripts, which is probably why the other guy wanted me to do the tutorial.
You're doing great, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. Now, if you struggle to memorize scripts and stuff, what I would suggest is shooting the same scene 4 times. One close-up of character 1, one wide angle of character 1, this is your split screen, then the same split screen without moving the camera of character 2, and then you're gonna film a close-up of character 2. If you film all of these in 4K, this actually gives you 8 shots for each character to punch in and out with editing. And this way, if you don't memorize the lines or the timing isn't perfect, you can cut to and from different camera angles, and that's gonna make it a lot easier and a lot more seamless even though you haven't memorized the lines. Now, don't forget to film the person who isn't talking as well. You want some reaction shots. In a regular conversation, you're gonna be reacting to what the person's saying, nodding, acknowledging. So film those as well, otherwise you won't have footage to cut in while character 2 is talking.
Okay, I can take it from here.
Okay, so once you've got all your shots, you're gonna set up a new project in Premiere. What I like to do is I use 4K footage, so I'll create a 1080p timeline. This way I can punch in and double the amount of shots that I'm getting. Once you have your sequence set up, what you're gonna do is you're gonna drag both sides of the clip onto the timeline, left and right, let's say. Whichever clip is on the second layer, you're gonna then apply a layer mask to. With that layer mask, you're gonna position it so that it reveals the layer underneath. You've got your split screen, you can see both characters. Now, sometimes when you do the split screen, it doesn't line up perfectly, or there's a shadow or something that you can clearly tell there's a split screen going on. What I like to do in this case is feather that edge. Under the mask tool, there's a feather option, and you can just drag that slider to feather it as much or as little as needed. Now, when you're doing this feathering technique, be careful, because if your subjects are too close together and you feather that top layer, your bottom layer or your other character might tend to disappear sometimes. Just make sure your two subjects are far enough apart that the mask doesn't make the second guy disappear like Avengers Thanos style. And there you have it. How to clone yourself using the split screen.
Dude, that is my line.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do all the work and you're gonna take all the credit? No,
Hey,
don't ask
I
me to
won't.
do stuff like this again.
Little does he know he's coming back for part 2.
I can still hear you, I haven't left yet.